and action gives results, and consistency breeds progress. Is why you need to get on with it this year. In fact, today, make sure you have something written down that you can see. It could be your phone if you're that person who is fine with your phone. It could be your phone, and that is okay as well. I had the honor today of being one of the speakers at the Globally Educated Nurses group at the Leeds teaching hospitals, and it was such a pleasure talking about vision board, what it is, what it isn't, the whole cliche around it, why it's important, and so on and so forth. And just for clarity, it's all about asking yourself, or maybe your spouse or your children or the family, about the next steps, especially as the new year begins. So it often starts with questions like, where am I at the moment? You need to assess where you are, of course. Glory to God, you have achieved a few things. Even being alive is an achievement. So where am I at the moment? What worked last year? What did not work last year? Now, where do I want to be is the next question when it comes to clarity with vision board. Where do I want to be? Now, where you want to be may not particularly be where I want to be for several many reasons, and that's okay. The dynamics of our family life, the dynamics of our personal lives, the dynamics of our upbringing, exposure, wants, needs, and so on means that it is okay for my vision board to look differently to someone, even though they might be my close friend, and that is perfectly okay. The next question is, why do you want to be where you want to be? There's something about when your why is strong. Now, back to the globally trained nurses group that I spoke to today, or I was honored to be one of their speakers, so to say, today. They actually mentioned about how they found me, and it was from the Vision Board 2023, which, if you're watching this video, I would plead with you to go back to watch. We had doctors come to speak to us, nurses come to speak to us, mortgage advisors, and so on and so forth. And they came to talk about the domains of wellness and how to write a vision board in that regard. And it remains golden. Imagine 2 years, well, 3 years this year, somebody finding it, and then as a result found me and asked me to come talk, in their hospitals. So we had nurses, we have other healthcare professionals, we had Nigerians, non-Nigerians, Asians, and so on and so forth in this panel or in this group, and it was such an honor. And what do I want to say? Why? Now, leading that back to my why, the reason I do what I do is because I want to make a change, or I want my voice to be heard in my catchment area with the little way I can. And it means something to me. So what is your why? You're setting that financial goal this year because you struggled last year. Things could have been better. You feel like you're wasting